of you Libras recognize your past mistakes that you've made in relationships and you're not going back. Look, you have the King of Pentacles. Some of the mistakes that you Libras have made is trusting certain individuals that you now come to realize you shouldn't have trusted. A lot of those people really tried to create a world around you for you to live in that delusion, right? By telling you that they wanted to be with you, telling you Libras that they wanted to marry you. Some of them told you that they ultimately would take care of everything and you don't need to do anything. So the Ten of Swords and the Chariot now is about how, but you realize that they didn't actually mean any of that stuff, nor did they actually even have a plan to make any of that stuff real. So the Chariot now represents when you took a look at that, that's what you realize that this person had played you. So now the Chariot is about you being much wiser when it comes to getting to know other people, because you realized that it's not always about what this person is saying to you. It's about what they say and what they do, so that you can juxtapose the two and see if they actually match together. The Star card now represents you want a relationship, right? You want potentially a marriage or a relationship. You want something special with someone. The Star card is about dreams, right? Hopes and dreams. That's something that you legitimately want. You want to be able to actually trust somebody, and that's ultimately what the Libras want. A lot of you want to be in a relationship, right? But along the way, there's some things that get in the way of that. And this is kind of what Libra represents, right? You potentially having that dream relationship with somebody, or having a chance to have a dream relationship with somebody else, or a career, you know what I mean? Something Libran, but at the same time, it's like all of these obstacles get in the way. So the Libra, y'all represent the idea of having to actually choose what means more to you in life. Do you want to be on the nonsense, or do you want to actually settle down and really be about this other person or this relationship or this career? What is it that you actually want? You have to choose the priorities and what is more important to you. So the Four of Swords now represents, so even though you may want a real relationship, the Four of Swords represent you may think that you may never actually get it. So that's not really true, though. It's just a matter of looking. The Page of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, however, represents, but a lot of you are not really choosing to give up. The Page of Pentacles, is all about how, you're willing to try again. And that's the beauty of it. You're not really willing to give up, and you're not going to. It's much more about you Libras continuing forward and trying to see if the other person, or if the next person that you are trying to date actually is about if they're about anything more than this past significant other. Because what I'm really getting with a lot of you Libras is you may be comparing how you used to be with this person, right? This marriage, this serious relationship where you were exclusive with this person that represented this King of Pentacles, and this person knew how to talk good, or this person, really had you wrapped around their finger for a while, and for whatever reason, they just got meaner and meaner and more disrespectful as time goes on, and people that you once trusted was telling you to stay with that person, and they didn't understand it from your perspective, right? Because of the looks of this person, or so a lot of you Libras broke away, and now you Libras are like, at least it's not this, and anybody that reminds you of this person, you're not going to be around. So there's definitely this level of serious comparison that's going on, And now the Fool is all about how you Libras now are able to walk away from anybody that you see would give you a red flag. Any of them that would give you a problem, that would be disrespectful. A lot of you Libras are like, nah, you're not even getting down with this, right? Because a lot of you Libras are very precautious, because a lot of you are seeing if this person is super disrespectful, if this person is lazy already, if this person shows me these type of red flags now, what would they be like sooner? What would they be like later on in a relationship, when you've actually dedicated more, when you've actually spent more money, more time, paid more attention to these people? And that's part of what keeps us there in dysfunctional relationships, is the time and energy and money and effort that we put in. Because a lot of us think from the perspective of, if I walk away, then I'm gonna have to start over. But sometimes, Libra, starting over is the best thing sometimes, especially if it's a dysfunctional relationship. I would advocate for y'all to start over. If it means that you would be better off, have your full, you know what I mean? You have my full support. So now the 10 of Pentacles and the Moon now is about how, since that's the case, there's definitely some cutting back. And one of the things that a lot of you Libras are cutting back on, or kind of, cutting back on, is this big gestures, right? The 10 of Pentacles, right? A lot of pentacles, a lot of effort, a lot of sweat equity, a lot of money, a lot of cash on the table, right? And then the Moon, ghosting from that stuff. So leaving that behind as your repertoire of goods. And what I mean by that is making the dates simpler. And yes, I'm definitely wholeheartedly an advocate for that type of stuff. Everyone, no matter who they are, should make the dates simpler, especially when you first start getting to know the person. You don't know who this person is. So when people trying to come out here and talk about, oh, I'm worth more than that, that person already let you know they're overly sensitive, because they're reading wrong into a situation that they shouldn't be reading into, right? And not only that too, but they're showing you that they're already a headache and a half. You don't know these people. You're just taking them out for ice cream and whatnot, and a walk in Central Park, to me, because I'm in New York. And I'm just using that as an example. And they already tripping. That's a dub. You don't know this person. So why should you do all of this when you don't know them? You're not obligated to spend all this amount of money. And be careful if they try to make you feel obligated. Be careful with all of this I deserve talk. That's called entitlement. Entitlement, because they don't deserve this, because who are you to them? Moving forward, let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles. For you Libras, let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles for you Libras. The High Priestess, Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Right. The High Priestess, again, more ghosting. You know what that type of individual looks like when they start trying to come off like they're entitled. On both sides. The Ace of Cups. You're not going to be doing all of that, bleeding your heart out, right? Spiritually, right? Trying to do all these grandiose big gestures, Libra, until you get to know them a little bit better, right? They want you to jump through all these hoops and, do something extra romantic, as the card suggests. The King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, because you don't know them. You need to take the time to actually get to know them before you can decide to do something. And this is what I mean when I say dates should start off relatively boring. As you go, then you build up. You go out on you meet each other. You decide to go out with each other, right? You meet each other, call each other, or you meet each other or whatnot. You decide to go out on an instant date, or you plan something out. You hang out with the person, right? First time, art gallery, something that doesn't cost a whole lot of money, and then you uptick. But then you don't uptick forever. You uptick and then you go down a little bit, and then you do the very same thing, because not everything is going to be consistently rising and rising and rising and rising and rising. at some point, something is going to be too much out of your pay grade, right? Depending on who you are. But, but not only that too, but you don't want to continue to consistently spend more and more and more, because the person will never be able to actually come down off of that. They will begin to expect you to do more helicopter rides, opera, take them to see the mayor, The point that I'm trying to make here is all this fancy stuff. You Libras don't want to do all of that. You shouldn't. So take it easy, Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by, I don't know, January, the end of January. Right now, we at 9320. Smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.